There we go. Okay. There are a lot of people, in particular in the Philippines here, running around pretending to be chiropractors, and they actually have no clue what they're doing, and they're injuring people. And they're opening up right and left. I had an experience earlier this week. Philda and I went to one of the malls, and some people sucked us in for a free massage. And then they're like, "Oh, I do chiropractic. You know what that is?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're not touching me." Because I know they were not chiropractors. They are not doctors. There is a reason why I am a doctor of chiropractic. It was not a weekend course. It was not a Cracker Jack box thing. It's a doctorate. I went to college for 10 years to get my doctorate. Now, you can do it in 8. I was a double major, so mine took a couple of years extra, but nonetheless, ooh, you can do it, no problem. Sorry about that. Okay, so in order to become a doctor of chiropractic, you have to obviously have a high school degree. You have to have graduated high school. Then you have to have a bachelor's degree. Now, depending on the school you go to, it doesn't matter what the bachelor's is in. So I have a Bachelor of Arts. I also could have had a Bachelor of Science through the chiropractic college, but I didn't get it. I didn't want to stay an extra semester just to get that because it was just more initials and it didn't matter. And then it takes another 4 solid years, 6 if you take the summers off, to get your doctorate of chiropractic. Okay, so it is a doctorate, a doctor. Medical doctors and chiropractors have been kind of fussing for years, and not necessarily because of the chiropractors so much as the medical docs trying to get rid of us because we have a tendency to fix people that they can't, and a lot cheaper, and so they don't necessarily like that. However, there's plenty of great medical docs out there who do appreciate us and do refer to chiropractors because they understand. They have the knowledge of it rather than acting out of ignorance. So chiropractors actually have more time in the anatomy lab than most medical docs do. I mean, if they have a specialty like a cardiologist, yeah, they spend a lot of time in the anatomy lab studying hearts, and that's it. They don't study anything else. We study the whole body, study as a whole, okay? There are, what I believe, 43 chiropractic colleges that most of them are legit throughout the world. There are 21 of them in the US, all throughout the United States. There's one in Canada, there's one in Mexico, there's 11 or so throughout the UK and Europe. There's a few scattered throughout Asia, but I don't know how legitimate they are. There's supposedly one here in the Philippines, but even that one says you need a medical degree to learn it. So if you meet somebody on the street and they're doing free massages and they'll fix your TMJ for 500 pesos, which is like $10, you need to run away from them. They are not a legitimate doctor. They are going to hurt you. So this is what I deal with. I deal with the spine and the nerves in particular that are held within the spine. So I'm not a bone doctor, I'm a nervous system doctor. I use these nerves. So I actually use the bones in order to affect the nerves to release tension and pressure off of those nerves so that the nerves can function properly like they're supposed to, rather than being impinged and damaged. I clear that out so that the body can function properly. Now, in order to do that, I had to learn every single one of these bones. I had to learn every piece and part on every single one of these bones. This goes for every bone and every joint in the body. Okay? Anything that has a fossa, a divot, or a crevice of some sort, or I had to know the name of every single one of those. I had to know the origin, insertion, action, name of every muscle in the body, every tendon, every ligament, every nerve, every vessel, everything. Because if you adjust somebody wrong, you can hurt them. If you don't know the angles of every single joint in the body and you hit it at the wrong angle, you can hurt people. This is why I went to school for 10 years to become a doctor. So chiropractic isn't some fly-by-night, oh, I saw that on TV, I can do that. No. I mean, I watch brain surgery on TV. That doesn't mean I can go do brain surgery. I watch root canals on TV. That doesn't mean I want to perform root canals. Okay, so think about what you're doing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what your body is telling you. If you walk into somebody's practice and it doesn't feel right, and they're offering to do things to you that you're like, should they really be doing that? Probably shouldn't be there, okay? Especially not without them having the knowledge, wisdom, and education to back what they're doing. If they're like, oh, this is out, I'm gonna stick it back in. Why is it out? What else is that affecting? What are those nerves going to? What other symptoms are you having that are feeding into that nerve that are telling me, yeah, that is actually correct. That is the one that's out and not this one up here. Okay? Every nerve in the body goes somewhere and treats something specific. And if you don't know your anatomy frontwards, backwards, upside down, then you have no business working on somebody and with this amazing thing here that God has created for us to keep us alive, mobile, functioning all the time. Okay, Gidget had to get her 2 cents in too. All right, so I hope that gives you guys a little bit more of an idea of what chiropractic is and why you want to go to a doctor of chiropractic to get it done. You do not want to go to somebody who took a weekend course in manipulation or bone setting or whatever they're calling it. You do not want to go to those people. They do not know what they're doing. Okay? Alrighty, guys. God bless. I hope that gave you some information. Hello, everyone back home. And hopefully that will give you some food for thought so you can make some wiser choices in the future. God bless, guys. Love you. Talk to you later.